Well, hello there. Today, because I wore this today and went out to a luncheon in a local part of town here that's part of our linear historical preservation, I don't know if I want to say committee, but it was a luncheon that they have typically every year. We haven't had one for the last several years because of COVID, but we had it today. So I thought I'd dress up a little bit, and put on a jacket that I bought in Santa Monica when I lived back in LA and all that. But I thought I'd go ahead and present to you the cologne that I chose to wear today. And this is Moschino, or I call it Moschino, and it's called Toy Boy. And I normally call it Boy Toy because I get my kind of dyslexic with that kind of thing. But anyhow, this is Toy Boy, and it is really, it's a cute bottle and all that, but I don't care for that, for what it smells like, because to me, this looks kind of more animated and cutesy or fun, or kind of could be suggestive of other things, I don't know. But this, if you look at the size of the bottle, it's not really that big of a bottle compared to the head and all that. But it is really, really good. And I didn't know anything about it until I read up on it about a year and a half ago. And why I chose to wear this one today is because Moschino has a very rich, woody rose smell. So think of wood and rose together. So, but it's not a feminine smell. It is not that. And not that there was anything wrong with that. But this has more of a rich smell for having a rose undertone, but a dry wood smell to it as well that plays with the rose. And I like it for springtime. It's not a real light and bright cologne. It's more, again, richer, a little more saturated and heavier. And it smells so good. I just got home from my luncheon, and I'll spray a little bit for you. One on my wrist here again, and you can see, let's see if I can do it down here. Now that was a weak spray, but I didn't want to overspray. Oh boy. Yeah, that's definitely like a wood rose, but then there was like a citrus that brings it to the forefront. It's just delicious. It's divine. But I would say that this is not exactly, it's not offensive, but it's not what they talk about being a big compliment getter. But I've had compliments on it. But it's one that's a little bit more unique, which I figure that most of us are, at least I like to think so. And not all try to fit into the same mold and all that. And, well, I gotta be like him so I can be like everybody else, and so I can have what they have and all that. No. I just go to the beat of my own drum. So this one, I think, is for a person that, unlike what the bottle kind of suggests or looks like, which I think is very odd. I have to say that again, that the fragrance of this, the aroma that you get with this doesn't really coincide with the appearance of the bottle. At least to me, it doesn't. I mean, I look at this and I would think, I don't know. Well, he's got a little smile on his face and all that, if you can see it up close. And, I mean, and here's the back of him. And then the underneath, I don't know if I can get this to focus right, or if it's upside down. I think it's correct. I don't know. Anyhow, I would think that it would be something that's a little bit more of a playful scent, whatever that would be. This one is just just seems more rich, but for spring though. But again, when I say spring, I'm not saying anything poofy, fresh, and uplifting and all that kind of thing. It's not that. It's just, again, more of a deeper, saturated kind of a rose smell. Kind of a rose, but really with a base of wood, a dry kind of wood. It's not overly sweet. There's some sweetness in it with the rose, but it's not, yeah, but it's not really that sweet though. That it isn't. And it seems like for especially females that they tend to like more of the fresher, a little bit sweeter colognes and all that. And this isn't really that. But I tell you, I've suggested this to my friends after I bought this, and they really, really love it. I mean, they really do. And now my friends that I'm speaking of are around my same age range. I'm 62, and the other friend I'm thinking of is 64, and the other friend of mine is 57, 58. Well, I'm turning 58 next month. So, but yeah, so if you haven't tried this, look it up. Read what the notes are. And again, when you read what the notes are, it doesn't always convey what you pick up. And at least not for me. But it's one that I think is worth looking into. If you don't mind something that's kind of a little bit out of the norm of what you smell in a department store and all that, where everything has, oh, it's a citrus base. Of course, it's bergamot and lime or whatever it is, a little bit of grapefruit and all that, which all that's fine, of course. But it's just different than that. And that's why I like it. And definitely different than my Bleu de Chanel and all that. Now that, even the Parfum one of Chanel is kind of saturated, but it's still, definitely different than this. But this almost kind of carries the heaviness in a way and the richness of like my Eau Sauvage. No, I don't have Eau Sauvage. My Dior Sauvage. But this is much more pronounced in like the rose fragrance is what I gotta say. But a deep, darker rose, a heady kind of fragrance. But I urge you to look into this one. And if you like that kind of dry, woody base and with a hint of citrus to push the rose forward, then look into it, if not even a sample. For example, this one here is I think I put this upside down, I don't know. No. And it is what is it? Anyhow, 50 milliliter size. And I don't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't that much at the discounters. And every time I wear it, I'm very pleased with it. But I'll tell you this, when you smell this, there's no guessing. Or like, gee, that smells like, well, I wonder which one that is. I like that, but I can't remember the name of it. Oh, no, this one you'll know. I mean, this is pretty distinctive. And that's also why I like it too. It is definitely distinctive. Where the other ones kind of smell like the other and all that. I mean, of course, I'm not saying all of them do, but this one does though, have its own unique scent profile. So I would suggest that you consider getting this one and see if you can see better this way with my wall color back there. And see what you think. And I'd have to say that it's, I don't think it'd be a mistake. I think it'd be really nice to look into and just something to shake up your collection, so to speak. So give it a shot and let me know if you have used it, if you plan to look into using it or purchasing a sample or a bottle, and let me know what you think of it. I'd be very curious. But no, I have to say that it's really nice. It prompted me to want to give a review today, thinking that, well, I haven't done reviews for a while. this is what, spring? That means a lot of work for me around the house here, and I'm mucking around in the dirt and all that, and planting and gardening. I'm going to be painting and repairing my fountain and working on the car and everything else. So, but yeah, so it's good. It's just good. And you got to trust me on that one. But hey, there's a lot of things that are good that people say, yeah, it's good, but I don't like it. Well, I have to say, for most of the colognes I have, and I have once again, an extensive, I wouldn't say extensive, I mean for the average person or man to have, more than 5 colognes, to me is getting extensive. Nothing like the rest of you all out there that have channels and that are big collectors. Well, I've collected so much stuff over the years, I just can't, overdo it anymore. So, because I want to be able to live to see the end of the collection, to be able to utilize it, so, but yeah, I'd say that this is really, really nice. I also wore, the other day I went to a function Thursday night, today's Saturday, yeah, day before yesterday, and I'll have to do a review on that it's by Francis Kirkjian, not Baccarat Rouge for 540, but the, I want to say it's 721, and that one's a very florally scent, and that one, now this one comes off as a little more powerful. That's the other thing too. You spray this on, and there is no mistaking that you'll know that you're wearing it. Believe me, definitely. But it's a good thing though. It's fine. It won't choke you out. Well, if you don't spray more than 4 sprays at once. But but it is really, really good. Well, what the hell? I mean, I love smelling myself. So who else around here is going to smell me? My cat? No. Well, he does too. But anyhow, so yeah, look into it and tell me what you think. Okay, well, if you care to, not that it really matters that much, I guess, but at the rate I'm going, but starting this so late in my life, but if you want to like, share, subscribe, and all that, I know how to say that now because I've watched so many YouTube videos. But there's a lot of great fragrance reviewers out there, but I don't do music intros. I don't like all that extra noise and all that. I'm like, get to the point. I just kind of like to get to the meat of the video and then, have the person discuss what they feel about it or their thoughts, views, opinions, concerns, whatever. And then that's it. So, all right. Well, then, just like I say, if you'd like, let me know what you think of it, if you've had it or if you're planning on getting it, and go from there. Okay. Well, check in with you later on my next video. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.